example, daisy, Barberton daisy or African daisy. Again, this has been asked many times. And this Gerbera, the term was coined by German naturalist Traubert Gerber. And there's one species, Gerbera quinziana, which is a Himalayan species. And this species, as it is resistant to low temperature, so it can be used as a source for low temperature in breeding program. And for Gerbera, reproductive phase usually starts after 16 weeks. And commercial flowers it gives after 30 years onwards. And there are many varieties developed by IHR and even from ISBT Palampur, of which Orca crishica, it is very important. It is grown in open field condition. These are some of the varieties. And out here, even Orca red is also recommended for growing in outside conditions. Orca Ashra, this I have given just for your reference. And sometimes what do they do is they even ask the flower colors. So by looking these pictures, I thought it will be easier for you to remember. So that's why I put these pictures. And Orca crishica, the yield is 400 to 425 flowers per square meter per year. Propagations, it's now for commercial propagation, it is mostly done through tissue culture. However, through division of the clumps also you can do, and which is done during March to June. And planting density, again very important, it was asked many times. Planting density should be 8 to 10 plants per square meter. And Gerbera water requirements, watering is done usually through drip irrigation, and it should be 500 to 700 ml per day. And important diseases are foot rot and root rot. You please remember it's causal organisms. And one physiological disorder, this is post-harvest disorder, is this stem break, as you can see in the picture also, and premature flower wilt. And Gerbera, it has a serious problem of leaf miner. Now coming to orchid. Orchid, it is a very diverse plant. So I will try to cover as much as possible. Again, you please go through the books. Orchid, it ranks 6th in terms of cut flower, and it belongs to family Orchidaceae. And India, we have 7% of world orchid diversity. And these are some of the like number of species that is distributed in Indian conditions. Sometimes they may ask how many species are present in India and all that. You can go through it. And second largest family after Asteraceae. Orchidaceae is the second largest family after Orchidaceae. And Indian species, mostly we have Dendrobium, followed by the Habenaria. This is Habenaria. And some of the species are native to India, like Aries, Arachnis. Arachnis, also known as climbing orchid or scorpion or spider orchid. Then Escocentrum, Cymbidium. Cymbidium is also called as king of orchids, and it is the temperate orchid. Dendrobium, it is a tropical orchid. And Phalaenopsis is also called as moth orchid. Paphiopedilum is called lady's slipper. Renanthara is a sun-loving orchid. Rhynchostylis is a foxtail orchid. It is also a state flower of Arunachal Pradesh. And Vanda is a climbing orchid. And first largest genus is a Bulbophyllum. In orchid, we have mostly 7 parts, like 3 sepals and 3 petals, and 1 petal is modified and becomes a column, and 1 gynostemum, which is also called as column, and it is the fusion of male and female parts. Then this is for your reference, some of the pictures I have put. This man-made orchid, this is called man-made orchid, which is a cross between Escocentrum and Vanda. Orchid, orchid state is called Arunachal Pradesh, and it has more than 600 species. And we have Sesa Orchid Sanctuary in West Kameng district of Arunachal Pradesh. And Thailand is the largest producer and exporters of orchid in Asia, and importer is Japan. And vanilla, you must know the vanilla ice creams and all that. It is derived from Vanilla planifolia. And NRC orchid is located at Pakyong in Sikkim. And usually pollen, it is present as a waxy mass, and which is called pollinia. And fruit is called capsule. And velamen, I have shown here in the picture. Velamen, it is a layer of spongy tissue around the true root. Actually, true roots is present inside this velamen, and this velamen helps in absorption of nutrients from the air and water, and it is mostly found in the epiphytic orchid. So orchid growing was revolutionized after the Professor Louis Kunden saw the germinations of orchid seeds in the media. So that is how tissue culture also started. And based on the habitat, we have epiphytic orchid and terrestrial orchid. Epiphytic orchids are mostly found in tropical zones, and most of the most common used growing media is Osmuda. And important examples are Cattleya, Dendrobium, and Phalaenopsis. And terrestrial orchids we mostly find in the temperate zones. And example is Cymbidium. This is the Cymbidium flower. And based on growing patterns, we have monopodial orchid and symbodial orchid. Monopodial orchids, we mostly propagate it through top cuttings. And in monopodial orchid, what happens is plant grows upward with new leaves produced at the tip and flowers in the axils. Axils is the angle between upper surface of the leaf and the stems. And in monopodial orchids, we do not find rhizomes and pseudobulbs. This is the pseudobulbs, and it is mostly single stem flowers, and it has the aerial roots. And examples are Phalaenopsis, Venda, Renanthera, etc. Then symbodial orchid, it is mostly propagated through division. And what happens is the growth of plant will be ceased after flowering, and new shoots develop every year. And here pseudobulbs, you can see here also pseudobulbs is present, and it is usually multi-stems. Pseudobulb, it is actually a modified stem, and it helps in the storage of foods and other food materials. And examples is Cymbidium, Dendrobium, etc. So based on the temperature, orchids are divided into cool orchid, intermediate orchid, and warm orchid. I have given the temperatures for that and with the examples. You please go through it later. And propagations, we can do it through air layering or for cuttings. This is not flower cutting, only cutting. Then offshoots or kikis, or through the division. And examples also have given. You go it through later. And kikis, it is here I have given the example of Dendrobium. It is the side shoots that is produced from the main plant, and we can detach these and go directly for rooting, or we can put it in rooting media and later we can transplant it again. Orchid, it is a humid loving plant, so it requires a humidity of 75 to 80%, and seeds are mostly non-endospermic, and it has a symbiotic relations with the Rhizoctonia fungus. And flowers are mostly stored at 5 to 7 degrees centigrade, and major pests are snails and slugs, which can be controlled by spraying metaldehyde. And again, this is important because when we say major pest and disease, insect pests, we mostly think about thrips, aphids and all, but in case of orchid, it is the snail and slugs. And major disease is heart rot, which is caused by Phytophthora. Then there are some physiological disorders, that is dry sepal injury due to it occurs due to high humidity or smoke, and deformed flowers and browning of throat. It is due to low temperature and chilling injury. And recently, NRC Orchid has developed 3 important varieties, that is Namo, Sardar, and Deen Dayal. And it was Namo and Sardar. It was named by our Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Narendra Modi. So you can remember this one as well. Then tiniest orchid is Tinophyllum carcinum. This is the picture. And largest Indian orchid, Indian orchid, is Galeola. And this area, Pusilla, it is also one of the smallest orchid, and it is just 1 centimeter, around 1 centimeter. And Oncidium, I think I haven't mentioned it earlier. So Oncidium is also called as dancing lady, and bee orchid is Ophrys species, as it mimics bee. So these are the Namo varieties, Deen Dayal and Sardar varieties of Cymbidium.